doing?
How has this affected you, seeing what happened to DeMar, thinking about it, watching it, praying for him?
I think it affects everyone in this league in a way where it really puts things in perspective. We go out there every week, and I'm not going to say we take it for granted, but you go out there and you play a game that you love and you just enjoy it. And you don't think about things like that happening. And whenever something like this happens, I think it impacts everybody. I mean, obviously, my prayers are with DeMar, his family, the Buffalo Bills, the Bengals, everyone that was in attendance at that game. But I mean, it sent chills through my body when I was watching it, and all I did was just sit there and pray for him because that's all you can do when you feel like you can't help. And so, like I said, I've been watching updates just like everybody and trying to make sure that first off that DeMar is healthy and he can get back because at the end of the day, we're people, we're not just players, and I think everybody understands that even more now.
Do you look at the game any differently at all? I mean, other than just the care for DeMar in that moment, what else goes through your mind just looking at the game?
Yeah, I mean, it's just at the end of the day, it's a game. I think that's we get lost in that sometimes because we have so much riding on it, and we're trying to win championships and do all this different type of stuff. But it's a game, and there's people playing it, and I think you just continue to look at that. And I think the players, we have a good understanding of that, or hopefully you do. But I think you get caught up through a season of just how can I get myself better to win a game, instead of just taking it every single day and just taking it for what it is, and it's not promised. And so I think that's just it puts stuff in perspective for you. But you still come to the building and you just have a greater respect for the game and a greater respect for the people around you because they're giving everything they have every single time.
Andy Reid said that you guys had a prayer with the team chaplain yesterday. Just how have you guys as a team kind of got yourselves mentally prepared not only to play a game Saturday but also just to try to digest what you saw and try to move forward?
Yeah, I mean, especially yesterday it was hard. I mean, when you come back from watching that moment, I mean, I was up all night because you're just on your phone, and I'm like on Twitter just hitting latest, just see if I can just see any more updates to see that he's in better condition than the last time you had seen him. But you get in the building, you get around your teammates, and you just tell them how much you appreciate them because you don't do that enough. And as you kind of get through this week, you still have that at the back of your head. And I mean, I'm at practice, and it's like the first thing I do when I get back in the building is you go look for updates, or you ask Rick, or you ask Coach Reed. And you try to do your job, but at the same time, you want to make sure that you can have that in the back of your mind because that's what's most important.
Do you feel you guys should be even playing today, or Sunday, or Saturday?
It's hard for me to say. I mean, it's not something where I can control it either way. All I can do is come in here and give everything I have in the building, and then when I go home, just appreciate my family. And so I know there's a job to do, and you have to go in there and do it. But at the end of the day, you just want to make sure, like I said, you want to make sure he's all right because that's what's most important. And like I said, it's a game that we all love and we all put everything we have into, but it's a game at the end of the day.
All things considered, how difficult has it been to switch when you're practicing into football mode? Or does that serve you guys as maybe a helpful distraction just by getting back to work?
Yeah, it can be a little bit of a distraction just because when you're playing, you're focused on the play and everything like that. But like you said, when you get to the sidelines or if you when you're in between plays at practice, I mean, that's still there a little bit. And so all you can do is hope and pray that you get good updates every single time one comes out, and that whenever he's healthy, we can move forward and continue to play this game that we all love.
You're pretty close, I think, to Josh and I suppose to Mitch still also. Mm-hmm. I wonder if you've been in touch directly with either of those guys or any other.
Yeah. I just texted them and said I was praying for them and their team. I mean, obviously it impacts us, but I mean, when they're guys that you go to work with every single day, you're brothers. I mean, people say it, but you are brothers. You see these people more than sometimes in your family, and so you build this brotherhood. And I just wanted to let them know that I'm doing whatever I can from far away to pray for them and just be with them. And luckily, they have great leaders over there, and I'm sure they've grown even closer from this, and they're going to continue to do whatever they can to help DeMar and his family.
Patrick, how different is it going to be for everybody in this league when y'all just touch the field just for warm-ups or just leading up to the game this weekend?
I mean, it's hard to say. We're going to be the first game back, and so it's hard to say. I mean, there's a job that you have to do. You put all this work in for months to try to go out there and play your best football. But when you get on that field, I'm sure it'll be a little bit of a weird feeling because it was such a scary incident that was terrifying. I think everybody saw. And so we will see when we get out there. But I know our guys will just get out there, and hopefully when we get to play in the game again, it can be fun and everybody can enjoy it like we have our whole lives.
Patrick, obviously injuries are a part of the game, and every time you go on the field, you recognize that. But do you really think, like, when you go on the field, that something like this could happen to you?
I mean, people say it, and you've seen injuries happen that have been major injuries and stuff like that. But I had never seen anything where someone had been getting CPR and stuff like that on the field. I don't think I don't know any of us have seen it. It hadn't happened in such a long time. And you don't think about that stuff when you're stepping on the field. You think about how can I win the game? How can I do this and this? And like I said, it puts in perspective that when you go on that field, that anything can happen. And so you got to take this game for what it is. You got to enjoy it, have fun, leave everything you have out there. But at the same time, it's just a game. And when we say that, we have to know that we're going out there and we are putting our lives on the line. And I think we forget that because we've done it so many times and nothing's happened.
Okay, guys. Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you.